Welcome. You're listening to Leaders Lounge live and unmuted with Steve Hamilton. Today, so many leaders are feeling stuck, isolated, and uninspired. This podcast will help you master your framework, connect with the community of leaders, and reignite the devotion for what you do. Some of the brightest leaders up to date will be joining the conversation, sharing the joys of leadership, their vision of the future, uncovering blind spots and pitfalls, as well as what they do to maintain their footing. If you're looking for candid conversation, this is the podcast for you. Help us by staying connected and subscribe to YouTube as well as SteveHamiltonMinistries.com. Now let's get started.
Hey everybody, this is Bishop Steve Hamilton. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Leaders Lounge. This is going to be a podcast where we're going to just explore all kinds of leadership, different entities, different environments, different locations. We're going to go from entertainment to politics to sports to also the church, and it's designed to help leaders lead better. Some of you might say, well, why are we doing another podcast? Why do we need another podcast now? I believe that this is the time for us to help leaders from a different perspective. So many times over the last several years, especially, we've had leaders that have been going through life-changing experiences, career-changing experiences. And we needed leadership advice from another kind of perspective where people are not used to getting it from these particular sources, or we haven't examined it from that aspect. And so we need a different type of leadership. And so it calls for us to lead in a different way. And so I'm excited to be able to bring some of the things we've done in the past, some of the things we've done on TNT and things of that nature, where we've been able to try to help leaders, giving them information. But now this is taking it to another level, where we're trying to give you a little bit more and go a little bit more in depth to try to help leaders navigate through these difficult and challenging times that we're living in. After 2020, we've all been kind of turned upside down. There's been so much going on, and you've had to pivot and adjust and try to figure out how you're going to make things work. And some of the ideas we tried have worked, some of them haven't. And what I found is that so many leaders have needed some resources. We needed information. We need to be able to talk to other leaders and kind of pick their brain a little bit, and not only pick their brain, but then just listen to what they went through and listen to how they were able to make it through and how they were able to succeed in spite of the odds. So this is what we're going to be trying to do here in the Leaders Lounge. We're going to have conversations. We're going to also have just some lessons and some topics that we deal with that maybe you didn't think about. Maybe there's a blind spot. There's an area that you might have missed that. I didn't see that coming. I didn't know that was going to be a part of my growth or a part of my development. And so that's why we're going to provide this lounge, this place, this forum for you to be able to get your questions answered, and then to also be able to find some questions that you may not even thought to ask. Find information, find out how they were able to succeed. How can I make it in my environment, in my situation? That's the things that we're going to discuss in the Leaders Lounge over the next several months. And we don't know how long we're going to go, but we're definitely going to be coming at you twice a month to try to give you some help, give you some resources, give you some ideas, and also give you some information to help you lead better. Some of you may ask me, well, Pastor Hamilton, how come you're doing this? What are you bringing to the table? Well, I've been in leadership since I was 18 years of age in church leadership. And I'll be 60 later on this year. Lord help us. And so what I found over the years in dealing with leaders from different kind of backgrounds, different kind of issues, different kinds of things that come up, and taking over a church at the age of 28 and being able to continue to grow and to build and to network with different leaders and help them make it through, but also helping the members of that church and helping our community. Those are all the things that I've had to deal with. I had to deal with conflict resolution. I've had to deal with folks that walked away, and all those types of issues that go with being a pastor in this day and time. I've been able to deal with that by the help of the Lord, and we're still here. We've been pastoring over 30 years, and so I understand what it's like to not have all the answers. I understand what it's like to deal with disappointment, but I also understand what it's like to succeed, to grow, and to see things begin to blossom. You see people develop and go on and succeed in life. Those are the things that I've been excited about and that keep me going as a leader. So I understand the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, the pitfalls, the areas where it seems like, well, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this particular issue. I've had a lot of my colleagues and friends that I've talked to over the years, especially after the pandemic struck and all of the things that happened where all of our churches are shut down. I've been able to have some really meaningful conversations where leaders were able to understand, okay, we're going to make it through this together. And this is something that helped me. This is what I tried. I learned stuff from them and they learned from me. And I realized that there is a real need for us to communicate with one another, for us to not only talk, but also to listen, and then to be able to implement some things. And I was blessed to have great friends around me that we were able to share ideas, and not in a competitive way, but just in a way that I want to see you make it and you want to see me make it. This is what we want to have in the lounge. That's what we want people to see. When they tune in, they would say, okay, this is something that I never thought of. This is something that, that makes sense. Now I understand why this particular thing happened in my life or in my ministry or in my business. That's what I want to be able to bring to the table as we discuss things in the Leaders Lounge. It's going to be a different kind of forum. It's going to be relaxed. It's not going to be a lesson. We're not going to be sitting there talking to you, and preaching at you, but we're trying to put this in an environment where you're more relaxed. And we're going to be talking to people from, as I said earlier, different backgrounds, different stripes that understand what it takes to move people where they need to go, and also how to succeed not only in the business world or in your particular church or your particular assignment, but also how to succeed at home, how to succeed and have a balanced life, how to make sure you are mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually healthy. Those are challenges that we're all facing. Those are things that we're all wrestling with all the time. And so I want to be able to have a place where not only are we giving you a weekly lesson like we were doing with our Thursday night teaching series, where we were, reaching people all over the country. People were tuning in for a word and for a little lesson. But this is going to expand that. It's going to put it on another level where we now are able to take our time and be able to just discuss some things and be able to help one another in a way that we've never even thought of before. So what we're going to be doing is bringing you podcast sessions. These are going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be on the same platforms that we were on before. This is going to be on YouTube. And as they're on YouTube, you'll be able to go over there, watch it at your leisure. Also, it's going to be available where podcasts are available everywhere. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're going to be trying to put this in your ears where you can understand it, where you can get it, and you'll be able not only to watch it or just to listen to it, to be able to get the lesson, get the information, and be able to get better. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to help leaders all around the world do what they do at a whole nother level. Also, it's going to be kind of a thing that supports even the Spirit and Life Fellowship, International Fellowship that we have launched last year with pastors and leaders that are buying into what we're trying to put down and make sure that we're giving them monthly lessons, monthly information. We're trying to help as many people as possible because there's such a great need. We need to be built up. We need to be educated. We need to be inspired. We need to just be in an atmosphere where we can relax, where we can understand, hey, I'm not the only one that's had that issue. I'm not the only one that's faced that challenge. I'm not the only one that's wrestling with these particular problems. But no, we want to be able to offer solutions and offer help to everyone that needs it, especially to our leaders, because when our leaders are healthy and our leaders are better, then the people that follow us, the people that we serve, are going to be beneficiaries of it. So that's what we're trying to do with the Leaders Lounge. We're going to be having different guests, and there's some people that we're excited, from different aspects. As I said earlier, we want to bring in some people that are going to be able to. You say, I would always want to hear from them. I've always wondered what that was like. I wonder what it was like in that particular situation or that particular business. Those are the people we're going to be talking to. We're going to be talking to entertainers. We're going to talk to actors, singers, people that are in a different kind of business than many of us or most of us are in. But they also have a way to inspire us, a way to educate us, a way to help us do what we do better. We can take what they give us and be able to apply it into our lives and into our ministries and into whatever area that you are being called to lead in. So I'm excited for not only myself, but I'm excited for all of you to be able to spend some time in the Leaders Lounge, to be able to spend some time sharing with us and also getting your questions answered. And also, I'm excited to learn from you. I'm excited to learn from our guests. I want to be able to know, how can I do my job better? How can I be in an environment that is spurring growth and helping us to expand and helping us to scale at another level? That's what the Leaders Lounge is going to be about. And I'm excited. I hope you come with me on this journey. I hope you're ready to join us. Go to stevehamiltonministries.com and be able to just say, I want to sign up for the Leaders Lounge. When you are on YouTube, you follow Steve Hamilton Ministries and subscribe so that you can be able to know this is when the Leaders Lounge is coming on, and I got to be able to catch the next episode. Also go to, as I said, Spotify and Apple Podcasts to be able to say, I'm downloading the Leaders Lounge and I'm sharing it with people that are going to be blessed and that are going to be helped and that are going to be educated and built up. So please, I invite you to join me, Bishop Steve Hamilton, in the Leaders Lounge, live and unmuted. Be on the lookout for it. It's coming soon. Matter of fact, it's coming right away. Look out for it and be ready to join me in the Leaders Lounge. God bless you, and we will see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Leaders Lounge live and unmuted with Steve Hamilton. If you found this episode to be helpful or have a topic you'd like for us to discuss, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget your copy of the book for mature audiences only, with the self-assessment guide, Manifesting God's Divine Will for Your Life. It's available now at stevehamiltonministries.com. Until next time,